Hello there, and welcome to this online webinar on the 5 muscle building mistakes that footballers make. Okay, so I'm going to be taking you through the top 5 mistakes I see footballers make whenever they're trying to put on size and muscle for the pitch. And a lot of these I've experienced myself, so I'll be able to talk you through in my own experience what worked for me and what I needed to stop doing in order to build muscle for the pitch. So, firstly, is probably the biggest I see all the time, and it was a big one for me to overcome as well, which was using the term hard gainer. So, saying you are a hard gainer, and realistically, it just comes down to you're just not eating enough and enough calories. Okay, I used to think that I had a high metabolism, I could eat all day, and I just wouldn't gain any size or muscle, and it didn't really matter what I did. But the truth was, I just wasn't eating enough calories and enough food in order to actually build that size and muscle. So you don't have a fast metabolism. You may have a faster metabolism and be able to take on more calories than another person, for example, someone older than you. But at the end of the day, you still have a set calorie maintenance. And as long as you're eating over that maintenance, you are going to get yourself into caloric surplus and you're going to gain size, strength, and muscle. So it's important to not just push things off, palm things off, and think that you'll never be able to gain size because you definitely can. Okay, so it's just coming down to you're not eating enough calories in order to put on size. Number two is you just aren't training hard enough. So some people in the gym, especially general pop, just do not train hard enough in the gym. And the reason you need to train hard enough in the gym is so that you can stimulate the response that you need to grow muscle. Okay, so you need to give your body a reason to grow. If you're not putting your body under enough intensity, stress in the gym, there's not going to be any response from that. You can't expect to get something out if you're not putting enough in. So it's important that you're training intensely enough in the gym in order to get that response and that adaptation that we want. So you can't be half-assing it. You can't be sitting looking at your phone. You need to be putting in the work whenever you're there and training hard. Okay. Number three is poor sleep. Okay, this is a massive one, especially for younger athletes. Anyone who's staying up late gaming, watching Netflix, looking at your phone, and like maybe hitting like that 5 to 7 hour sleep mark. Okay, you need to be doing that whenever it comes to your sleep. The reason being is growth happens when we recover, not when we train. Whenever you're in the whenever you're in the gym, sorry, you're breaking down muscle tissue. You're putting stress on the body. And from that stress, from our recovery, we get the growth and the adaptation that we want. So it's important that we're giving our body enough rest, good quality sleep in order to inhibit that growth response. Okay, muscle protein synthesis, which is the building of muscle tissue, happens whenever we are in our deep REM sleep. Okay, so it's important that we're giving our bodies enough quality sleep in order to gain size and muscle. So really start prioritizing your sleep. Aim for 8 to 9 hours of quality sleep a night, and I promise you, you'll see a massive shift in your energy, your performance, your decrease in injury, and also just like your body composition. Okay, so make sure we're focusing on quality amounts of sleep. Number four is not eating enough protein. Now, you need to be hitting your protein markers in order to build muscle. And here's why. Protein is the building blocks for muscle development. Okay, within protein, protein's broken up into amino acids, which are the building blocks within muscle protein synthesis. So if we don't have enough of these amino acids and protein circulating in our system, we are not going to get that recovery, muscle growth, and repair from muscle protein synthesis. So it's important that we're having a high protein diet alongside our training in order to get that adaptation and get that response. So if you're unsure of how much protein you actually need, you can aim for 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Okay, so say for example you're 150 pounds in scale weight. you can aim for 150 grams of protein per day, and that would be optimal, and that would get you the response you want. And then as your weight goes up and your demands go up, you can start to up your protein from there. But a good marker to aim for is 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And number five, probably the most important one. Once you get all these four things nailed down, you know what you need to do? You need to be consistent with them. Okay? Because consistency beats intensity all day. Sure, you could do all these things perfectly for a week. Okay? But if you drop off and you're not doing it consistently after that week, you're not going to get the result. Okay? If you miss the gym the next week, or your calories drop, or your training just isn't good enough, you're not going to get the response that you want. So it's important that we have these habits nailed down nice and early, and we're consistent with them over a period of time in order to get you the result you need. So if you find this video helpful and you want to learn a bit more, if you haven't already, you can download our Ballers Bulking Guide down below. But if you've already picked it up and you're just seeing this video on top of that, then start to implement around these mistakes and start avoiding them ASAP so that you can get the result you want. Start packing on muscle for the pitch, feeling stronger, building size so that you can become a better player.